What's up, y'all? Hope all is well. So, as I'm driving, I was thinking, right? Now, I grew up in Inkster, majority black community, and I went to John Glenn. It's a primarily white high school where I was the only black person on the wrestling team when I first got there. Probably had one or two other overall. So, I believe, I don't know if you want to call it the best of both worlds, but I grew up with the best mixture of two different cultures you can have, because every day I'm coming home in the hood, being around my friends, black friends, go to school, you're around majority of those black friends, and you get to be around the white friends. Your teammates get to stay a night over their houses, so you get a perfect mixture, right? And on my sports page, I talked about Shiloh Sanders, that's Deion Sanders' son, where it's getting a bunch of views because it's a big debate, since he originally went to University of South Carolina, which is a PWI, and then he went from there to Jackson State, and you could tell he loved it at Jackson State. Community culture, he's a band major, so people was like assuming that him and Deion had drama because he left, which nobody don't know if Shiloh is going to Colorado. I believe he's going to go with him. So I asked myself, and I was thinking, if I had a chance to go to a HBCU, if I can do it again, would I have went to a HBCU? Because my situation was, we all love Michigan, but we realized most of us wasn't smart enough to get in Michigan. You have to be 4.5 student, genius, and to be real smart. It's hard to get in there, so I wasn't getting into Michigan. And then you wanted to go where your friends was going, because if you're gonna be around your friends, everybody say, hey man, we're going to Eastern Michigan. Majority of my friends went to Eastern Michigan. It was a lower standard to get in. Everybody was going there. You was able to do enough to get in. Now me, I originally was going to go to Wayne State, where it was more mixture, because I was going to go for mechanical engineering, and I took all the pre-classes and was going to go, but decided not to, so I didn't go to college. But my only experience with HBCU was when I was probably 16. My church did a black college tour. When we went, I believe my favorite college was Virginia State. 100%. If I would have chose and went to school, I would have went to Virginia State. Virginia State ain't HBCU, so I don't know why I went there. Georgetown, we went to Georgetown, we went to North Carolina. So I guess it's a black college tour because we was black and we went, but we didn't go to like real HBCU. So that was like my only close experience, because just had the name. But growing up, none of my family went to HBCUs. I didn't have a fraternity or sorority instilled family, so we didn't get any of that energy, and none of my friends did either, to my best knowledge. So we never talked about HBCU. The next few generations under us, all of that changed, because instead of everybody going to John Glenn, the school most of us went to, they wanted to go to Inkster, the school in the hood. Our parents grew up like, man, y'all ain't going to no Inkster. Too hood. The next generation was like, oh man, we all going to Inkster. We're all the top athletes. They done went to state titles. It made sense instead of dividing up, some of the best black athletes into this school and this school. Put them in one. So knowing what I know now, and my sister, she went to Alabama State. Knowing what I know now, when I went to take her down there, it was just a good culture, good energy. I still would have kept the same decision because I didn't go to college. So I don't necessarily miss it, but my knowledge now, when I educate my son, I'm planning to be rich and financially well off at that point. So you don't fully have to go to University of Michigan or PWI school. You can go to HBCU, pick which one your favorite. I'm going to be a donor, and by the time you leave, we're going to have a gym or a library named after you, because I'm going to donate enough money to do it. And and that will probably be my route, but I would definitely push more towards it, especially if they're an athlete, and just to be around a culture, you'll probably have so much of a better time. And it did feel like when my friends did go to University of Eastern Michigan, it honestly felt like an HBCU because all of my friends was in fraternities. You had my boy Jamal was a Iota, Mills was a Sigma, but Justin was a Kappa, Mike was a Kappa or Omega. I'm mixing them up, I don't know. But everybody I knew was in a fraternity. So my college experience was amazing because I still was on the campus every day with everybody else as if I was a student. I just didn't have to go to school. I went to all the parties. We had all type of fun. And we was around 98% black people. So honestly, that generation did feel like an HBCU. And I enjoyed the experience. Just didn't have to pay tuition for it. What's y'all thoughts if y'all had the chance to be able to do it again? Would you go to one?